US counterterror chief resigns over Iran war in a major shakeup inside Washington. The head of the National Counterterrorism Center, Joy Kent, has resigned, citing deep concerns over the US military campaign against Iran. In his resignation letter, Kent stated that Iran posed no imminent threat to United States, directly challenging the administration's justification for the ongoing conflict. Kent's departure marks the first high-level resignation tied to the Iran war, now entering its third week. Intelligence assessments reportedly suggested Iran was unlikely to collapse quickly and would retaliate, raising doubts about the strategic assumptions behind the strikes. New York Transit Agency sues Trump administration. A major legal battle is unfolding in New York as the city's transit authority has filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration over frozen federal funds for a critical subway modernization project. The Metropolitan Transportation Authority argues that billions of dollars allocated for infrastructure upgrades have been unlawfully withheld, threatening the future of one of the busiest transit systems in the world. The funding freeze could delay essential improvements, including signal upgrades, track repairs, and expansion plan. Officials warn that the halt in funding may lead to worsening delays, safety concerns, and economic ripple effect as millions of daily commuters rely on the subway network. Boeing faces class action over 737 MAX safety. In a significant legal development, shareholders of Boeing have cleared to pursue a class action lawsuit over safety concerns tied to the 737 MAX aircraft. The lawsuit centers on allegations that Boeing failed to fully disclose critical safety risks linked to the aircraft's design, particularly following the clashes that grounded the fleet worldwide. Investors argue that the company's action led to massive financial losses and reputational damage. This ruling allows the case to move forward, potentially exposing Boeing to millions of liability. Legal experts say the case could reshape corporate accountability standards, especially in industries where safety is paramount. US drug board strikes leave 157 dead. US military operations targeting suspected drug trafficking vessels have resulted in 157 deaths, according to officials, raising serious questions about the use of force at sea. The strikes, part of an intensified crackdown on narcotics routes, reportedly targeted boats believed to be carrying illegal drugs across international waters. However, human rights groups and analysts are now questioning whether all those killed were directly involved in trafficking operation. Critics argue that the operation may lack sufficient oversight and could risk civilian casualties, especially in regions where fishing vessels and smuggling boats often overlap. Lawmaker push EV fees to fund highways. A top Republican lawmaker is proposing new fees on electric vehicles to help fund highway maintenance, sparking debate over the future of transportation funding in the US. Traditionally, road repairs have been financed through gasoline taxes, but the rapid rise of EVs, which don't use fuel, has created a growing funding gap. The proposal aims to ensure EV owners contribute fairly to infrastructure costs. Supporters argue the measure is necessary to maintain and modernize America's aging highway system. However, critics warn that additional fees could slow EV adoption, undermining efforts to reduce emissions and transition to clean energy.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.